Okay, so we have a new film, The Zombie Wedding. Right? Justin Cook sent it across and I gave it a look, right? It is directed by Micah Khan, written by Greg D'Alessandro. The film is produced by Maria Cap, Joe Corcoran, Greg D'Alessandro, uh, Jeff Mazzola, and Sue Wolf. It's executive produced by Grace Lovrett, John Harris, John Fay, Robert Dragotta. It is co-produced by Paul Bull, Jean-Paul Burley took care of the music, Jim Powers was on cinematography, Paul Burl edits the piece, Caroline Sinclair took care of casting, production design is John Stegman and Violet Morrison, Olga Turka was costume design, hair, makeup, special makeup, all of that. We've got Zaitan de Medici, Nafra Gonzalez, Nikki Harris, and Nicholas Taylor. So our cast, right? We have got Ashley Morgan, played by Deepti Menon. Her dad is Buddy Morgan, played by Kevin Chamberlain. Her mum is Betty Morgan, played by Siobhan Fallon Hogan. So Ashley is marrying Zach Porter, right? And Zach is played by Donald Chang. His mother is Cindy, played by Cherry Oteri. We've then got I guess Ashley's friends. There's Nikki Klein, played by Christina Alabadu, and Kelly Day, played by Katie Chang. We've got the reporter Elsa Wolf, played by Christine Spang, and her ex and videographer Frank Lake, played Mu-Shaka Benson. There's Debbie Nutt, played by Rafaela Cap. We've got Brick Rivers, played by AJ Nadu. Meh Fanku, played by Vincent Pastor. Reverend Harry Crump, played by Seth Gilman. Sue Wee, played by Heather Matazozi. We got DJ Cricket, played by Mikey Dones. Right. Who else is there? Officer Biggs, played by Maya Now. Jimmy, played by Julian Mazzola. Jacob Dobbins, played by Sam Gipple. That's probably our main group of people. The gist of the story is the first ever wedding between a human bride and a zombie groom. The human guests need to learn how to behave WWN reporters covered a wedding while trying to get out alive. And all of this is based on a hit interactive play from 2015. Okay, so it is the feature directorial debut from Micah Khan. And yeah, I don't know about this one. It's not really my thing. I think it would have made a fun short film, but an hour and 40 minutes felt a bit too long. A bit too long for this. It's like, I think the way they framed it, right, around worldwide news, I think it is, you know, this newspaper that's covering the wedding, you know, it's kind of like an interview with the boss of that company, and he's talking about, oh, well, this happened, blah, and that's how they get into it. And that's a smart way of approaching the story. So that all works. It's just, for me, they just felt like a load of things that didn't necessarily make any sense, right? There's, okay, fine, you want to do this whole thing about like humans and zombies and blah, blah, blah. But as soon as they start killing people, you'd think, okay, now this won't work. You've got to call it off. But no. And then it just kind of felt like a lot of the supposed wannabe humor was forced. DJ Cricket, I just don't know what that was. That just felt so random, right? Just the priest, again, real random. It was bizarre. There's these bizarre things and you're scratching your head, right? The whole situation with oh god, I cannot even remember the dude's name, but I think it was Chad, right? Who is played by John McSchnur, who is in love with Ashley. That whole thing was weird, like, to run the entire film. You know what I mean? Like, mate, you could possibly throw in a bit, a skit, but once it shut down, it shut down. But for it to persist all the way through just didn't, it was baffling for me. I just thought, I don't know what this is, right? The parent situation, again, not just weird. And especially, you know, when you consider, and that was another thing about the wedding, when you consider what happens with Cindy, you're like, how is this still happening? You know, how is this still happening? This doesn't make any sense. This is weird. You know, so that was the thing with this. It was just, there was all of these odd things, right? It's some zombies attack, some don't, right? You just wanted a bit of consistency around it. The look of the zombies was all over the place. Like, a lot of them looked like they were wearing plastic masks, which is a little odd. Like, the movement of them, again, there's no conformity of it, right? And that was just weird. It was weird. There's too many weird things happening here, right? The Sue Wee character, looking to prevent the zombie. Yeah, I was just scratching my head. But, again, look, this just wasn't for me. But kind of think if you're into stuff like Foggy Mountain, you know what I mean? The Please Do Not Destroy film. If you enjoyed that, then I think that, yeah, this could work for you. It kind of plays off of a similar humor, I feel. So, yeah, if you like, maybe the zombie wedding is your cup of tea. I kind of have a feeling it probably worked better as a play, It probably, because if you've got everyone into, like, the audience interacting, you kind of get a sense it could be more fun. But to watch it didn't really make any sense. Like, people reference the smell, right? And it's just like, if it smells that bad, how is anyone being around it, right? Brain cake, like, just, what the fuck was the cheese about? I don't know, right? There was so many things that were just, wait, what is it? Huh? Right? It's just baffling. And yeah, the smell. How are you being in that situation with that kind of smell? And, zombies would decay quickly, but we didn't really see any of that. So there was just so much happening where I just found myself scratching my head. Now, on the other side of things, I imagine they all had a very fun time filming this, right? I imagine it was probably just such a laugh, right? Being around friends, filming it, all of that kind of jazz. It just doesn't necessarily translate to the big screen. Now, you will be able to catch this on, VODs, right, from I want to say the 13th, right, from the 13th of September. So that would be next week. So yeah, next week, I think it's on a Tuesday, right? You will, oh no, it's not. I need to read the calendar. 13th is a Friday, people. Yeah, so from next Friday, from this Friday even, you will be able to catch the zombie wedding.